My name's Shane Kaufman. I've been employed in the gaming industry for 34 years, and I've worked at Caesars Palace for the last 18 years. I started my gaming career in London, England. I've worked in Sierra Leone, West Africa, Paradise Island in the Bahamas, and now at Caesars Palace. It's been very enjoyable for the last 34 years in this industry. However, the one problem I have is the smoking. I've never been a smoker, and yet I'm subjected to smoke every single day. I come home, I have to put my tuxedo in the garage because it smells so badly. When I come home, my daughter looks at me and says, "Daddy, you've been smoking." And I have to tell her, no, it's from where I work. Last week I went to see a brother of mine who has throat cancer, and he's not doing very well, and that's because of smoking. As I said earlier, I've never smoked, and yet I'm subjected to it. Coming from Europe, where they've enacted new smoking laws, I believe that the law in Europe is adequate. No smoking in the public workplace. If you have to work there, you're not allowed to smoke. You know, I shouldn't be subjected to the secondhand smoke. My executives aren't subjected to it. In fact, even though we think of Nevada as one of the last states to go non-smoking, it really is pretty non-smoking already. The only places that you can smoke in Las Vegas are the casinos, the bars, the nightclubs, and the striptease clubs. You can't smoke in the government buildings, you can't smoke at the DMV, you can't smoke in the hotel lobbies. And it's a shame that we have to put up with it. On a busy holiday weekend, where we're subjected to larger crowds, I can feel the smoke on my chest. In fact, from last night, I can actually feel it now, right on my lungs. And it worries me. And now that we've become educated and we know the damage it causes, we're sat in this environment that we can't escape from. People in Congress don't have to put up with smoke. My CEO doesn't have to put up with the smoke. I don't know why I have to put up with the smoke. Everybody says, well, you got into this business knowing that. When I got into this business, I didn't realize that secondhand smoke was so bad for me. Now I do. I think it should be changed. Because we work in a toxic environment, we've had many cases of people having cancer at work, all various kinds of cancer. And there's so many cases of this that we're beginning to think that we work in a sick building. When we discuss this with our management, they don't even want to respond to it. And yet, if you go upstairs into their corporate rooms, there's no smoking signs. Well, I'd love to work in a smoke-free environment. And now when I actually go out and spend my money, I purposely go to places where there is no smoke. I don't want to be in a smoking environment. Lots of customers complain about the smoke. We've asked for even smoke-free tables, but our company won't even allow that. Some of the casinos have fans, they have better ventilation systems, and our company, they don't give us any of these things. They just pretend it doesn't exist. I believe that as the trend is sweeping the United States and the rest of the world, where we're having more and more non-smoking, our nearest neighbor now, the place where we receive most of our business from, California, is enacting stronger and stronger laws every year. And I think it's time for Nevada to catch up with these states. And I think that we should be protected by the federal government. People say that wouldn't be a level playing field if one casino was non-smoking and another wasn't, and I say that they should all be non-smoking. I think it will happen, and I think it will happen sooner than most people think, but we have to be vigilant, and if we don't fight for these rights, it will never change. But if we continue fighting, I do believe that we'll see changes. I think we could be smoke-free within a few years. We just have to have our senators and representatives move forward on this and realize that this is what the people want and that they have to think of us rather than the lobbyists. The lobbyists are the only people that want to allow this smoking. That's the casino lobby and the tobacco lobby. And it's time for them to listen to the other 300 million Americans who would wish to have no smoking in the public workplace.